bloodbath. Good morning, or good evening, or good night. I have no concept of time or day anymore. I apologize that it's taken me this long to get a video out to you. As you may have noticed, I'm settling well into new dad mode. As a matter of fact, last night I was able to sleep for 2 whole hours. And today, I got a 6-minute nap in. Can't put a price on that. Although, I am thoroughly enjoying myself and my new child and time at home with my loving wife. Becoming a dad has been the single greatest achievement of my life, and I'm so happy that I have been able to share it with all of you. It's almost as great an achievement as going 4-0 in the Beverage Bloodbath Fantasy Football League. Sleep deprived, but not championship deprived. All jokes aside, it's been actually a thoroughly enjoyable time. I'm learning a lot about myself, staying hydrated, and learning how to take naps. Thank God for years of bartending and staying out all night has prepared me for little to no sleep. But regardless, as the commissioner of this league, I still feel obligated to bring you your weekly recaps. I got studs, I got duds, I got matchups, close margins, and landslide victories. So let's jump in, shall we?
Ahoy! Are you ready to set sail?
Matchup number 1. This was a nail-biter coming into Monday night. Myself versus We're Not Worthy, Gabby Sanchez. And I take the win 114-109. I fall behind way early on Sunday when Rashee Rice from the Kansas City Chiefs ends up getting knocked out by his own quarterback and possibly an ACL tear to put him out the rest of the season. 0 points. However, Sunday night game, Derrick Henry, my stud this week, 35 fantasy points after he finds almost 200 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns. Gabby gets a huge lead on Sunday. Great showings from Deontay Johnson and Brian Robinson Jr., 21 and 20 apiece. However, her dud is a goose egg again from Kyle Pitts with 0 points. And Gabby ends up taking a loss, leaving yours truly as the last undefeated team left in the league. Matchup number 2 is a much more dominant victory from Max Maniacs this week as he takes out the Graveyard Gritty, 127-109, and Chris Krantz takes another loss on the season. Chris's stud, once again this week, is Lamar Jackson. QB1 gets 27 fantasy points after 156 yards passing and 3 total touchdowns. He rushes one in again, of course. But his dud is the flyer he took on the Kansas City running back Carson Steele, who gets him -1 points. You're going in the wrong direction, my friend. Matt gets a big day from Mike Evans, his stud, 23 fantasy points after 8 catches, 94 yards and a touchdown. But Breece Hall, his first-round draft pick, only 3 points this week, and the Jets look like absolute garbage. Still doesn't matter. Matt gets another win on the season, and he's currently riding 2-2 at 500. Matchup number 3, another big victory here for the Musty Frog Hustlers playing Coveside Crushers. Was 3-0 going into the matchup, and Tyler gets his first loss on the season, dropping to Quentin Murphy's team. Quentin's stud this week is a massive outing from Houston Texans wide receiver Nico Collins, 33 fantasy points after he gets 12 grabs for 151 yards and a touchdown. His low point, Dolphins D, 4 points. Defense is wishy-washy anyways. On the other side of the ball, Tyler's stud is his quarterback, CJ Stroud, the one throwing the ball to Nico Collins. He gets 26 fantasy points after 345 and 2 TDs. However, he's got 2 duds this week with Devon Achane dropping 5 points and DeAndre Hopkins another 5 points. Not going to do it, and Tyler no longer undefeated. Matchup number 4, truly a special one, as the 2 besties of the office go head-to-head. And the winless Mary Cologne, now named Detroit vs. Body, gets her first win on the season. Against who else? Zach Abeda, the wine guy.
I don't even like wine, but guess what? You're gonna like it. I need some cheese.
I do have to point out that the poor guy was taking shots in the group chat and wasn't even chiming in to protect himself. Between Mary and Cole bickering like 2 fiends in a crack house, my guy Abeda was just catching strays. I gotta imagine he's sitting back just like,
Sweet berry wine!
He's just hoping to learn some team names, make some friends, establish some memories. But nah, Mary says, you're out, son. 140-105, the final, and Mary finally gets her win. Jared Goff Her quarterback in Detroit goes off for 30 fantasy points as her stud this week throws for 292 through the air and 3 total touchdowns. Even ends up catching one in the end zone. Apparently the guy's got to do everything himself. Very reminiscent of what Mary thinks she does in the office. Her dud is the Saints D with 3 points, but once again doesn't matter. For Vine time, Zach gets a big outing from Amon-Ra St. Brown, the guy catching all the passes from Jared Goff. He gets 22 fantasy points after 6 catches and 2 total touchdowns, the one who threw it to his quarterback. 2 points from his defense and 3 points from his tight end. Not enough to pull off another win. Both teams now 1-3 on the season, but Mary, good for you!
Congratulations! 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 Quack, quack. Congratulations! 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 Congratulations!
Matchup number 5, here's the landslide victory I was mentioning earlier, as Sharpshooters, getting his second win on the season, takes out the Cold Train. Kenneth Walker III goes beast mode in Ryan's lineup this week, getting 33 fantasy points after 80 yards on the ground, but 3 touchdowns. His dud is a fall-off game from Amari Cooper with only 7 points, but he didn't need it as he puts up 158 to beat Cole 117. I gotta give my man Cole credit though. Maybe he knows something that we don't. His stud this week is going to be the 49ers defense, 23 fantasy points. That's how you know it's an outrageous season, when your defense is the highest scoring part in your lineup. He gets a massive goose egg from Mark Andrews, the tight end in Baltimore, and I think it's time to drop that guy. Who knows, maybe stacking defenses was the sneaky play this year. Thanks for sticking with me, coming back to visit for another weekly recap here in the beverage bloodbath. Things are starting to heat up as we're going into week 5. Super excited to continue to bring you news, updates, and information, considering I'm guessing you probably have nothing else to talk about with each other since I'm not there. Thank you guys once again for the love and support that you brought to my family. I'm looking forward to the day you can meet the future PGA pro when he's big enough to come draft his own team and whoop all your asses in my place. Special note, there are no longer any teams left with a 0 in the win column, but the last undefeated, I know I got a target on my back, but right here, put up your dukes, going for the chip. You knew that was coming. Keeping you up to date as usual, your week 4 high scorer, none other than the boss man himself. Sharpshooters, 158 points with his second win on the season. And your week 4 low scorer, none other than Mr. Auto Draft himself, the Vine time. Hey Zach, participation awards are just as good, brother.
Wine was invented by the Romans for orgies. And orgies are not too much fun if no one wants to do with you.
And I leave you this week with a little bit of fun participation from the crowd. If you'd like to guess how many diapers a day you think I'm changing right now, please leave that in the comments below. And next week, I'll give a shout out to the winner. I appreciate you guys so much. Thanks for watching. Love these videos. Hope to see you all in person again soon. Take care. Peace and love. Commish out.